Hey, welcome to our yin practice. Yin for abundance. Yeah, so we're going to start this practice by being seated in a nice seated pose. So I like to prop myself up on my block, find it a little easier for my hips. But you can roll the back of your mat or you can roll your blanket up and sit. Just raise those hips just a little bit, and that'll kind of help lift those hips up a little bit. So tonight's practice is 30 minutes, and we're going to be holding postures for about 3 minutes, a little less. So yin is profoundly healing, deeply passive. So I want you to just close your eyes. Bring your hands. You can either bring one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. Soften through your shoulders. Soften your eyes. Soften your cheeks and soften your jaw and settle in. So through this practice of abundance, I'm going to use some affirmations. So they're just suggestions. I've got 2 or 3 per pose, per shape, per posture. You can throw them out. You can use them. You can use one, whatever. So life can get really tough sometimes, right? So affirmations are helpful because they solidify what our intention is. They're positive, right? They're filled with self-belief and good spirits. They translate everything we say to a plentiful supply, an abundance, right? An overflow of something is what we want to achieve today. A lot of times people may think of abundance in one way or not, and it's going to vary from person to person, right? Some want an abundance of money. Some may long for love, while others you might want more free time. Maybe your health's not so strong. You want good health. Maybe it's more an abundance of creativity. Maybe you're stuck, right? Maybe it's more closeness and abundance of nature or just simply peace. Okay? So take a nice, big inhale. Exhale nice and slow, nice and quiet. Then on your next inhale, say, I am limitless. And exhale. And say, there are no limits to what I can achieve. There are no limits to what I can achieve. Your next inhale, say, I'm open to limitless possibilities, to all possibilities. One more inhale. I fully believe that I can create the life I want. Maybe you want to say that one more time with conviction. I fully believe that I can create the life that I want. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bow your head down. Right, if you're on a block or on a blanket, we're going to remove it. And you're going to stay in an easy seated position, but I want you to cross your legs the opposite way. So whatever leg was in front, move it to the side. So from seated, we're going to take our left hand and bring it down to the ground. Now, if that can't come right down to the ground without the sit bone and the hips coming up, bring your block alongside, bring your elbow and your forearm onto it. Opposite arm comes up and just reach for the sky, reach for the stars here. Now find that edge where you can say, hey, I can hold this for a little while. Maybe play with the angle. So maybe it comes over, maybe it reaches across. Where we're going for is that stretch alongside of our body and towards our back. So keep your sit bones connected to the ground. And here, say, I am pure and full of positive energy. I hold the key to my own happiness. I believe myself and my dreams 100%. So stay connected to your breath. And remember, yin is not about the stretch. We find our edge, and we tack off a little bit and just wait to get lingering for our body to say, it's okay, we want a little bit more. But in yin, more, deeper is not the answer. Going longer is the answer. Just a couple more breaths. Take one more big breath. Exhale, come out of it. Stretch your legs long in front of you. So rebounding in yin is super important too. So stretch your legs long. Bring your hands above your side. Keep your spine nice and long, chin in line. And just feel what sensation did that bring? Maybe something in the back of the legs from the seated twist. Maybe something grounded into your sit bones. Maybe that stretch through that shoulder or your ribs. Nice. Give your legs a little flap, and then we'll cross them again. We'll bring our block to the other side. Find that. Now, each side of your body is a little different. So find maybe the block has to come a little higher. Maybe it'll be invited to go a little lower. See what works for you. Other arm comes straight up. It's just up. And then again, play with that angle. So do you want it right over your head? Maybe your head turns. Maybe it reaches a little further out. Find that edge where you can hold it. Find your stillness. So here we're stretching and we're releasing. So I release all negative energy surrounding me. I release all fears surrounding me. Let's be brave. And I work to make my future self proud of me. Imagine yourself in 10 years from now, how proud you'll be of what you do right now. And know that every step takes you closer. Couple more breaths. And we'll start to come out of that. Bring your legs nice and long one more time. On the side, bring your arms down by your side. Spine nice and tall. And then windshield wiper your ankles and your feet and your toes. And then we're going to kick the knees back. We're coming into melting heart. So you might want to bring your blanket, which I don't have, and bring the blanket onto your knees. So you're going to drape it across the middle of your mat. Bring your knees on top of the blanket. Grab your block just so that it's towards the front of your mat. So we're into a tabletop position. So from table, keeping your knees stacked, your glutes up, walk your hands out to the front of the mat until you can lower your forehead to the ground. So however far that has to go, keeping the hips up. Now you can bring your block and bring that on your forehead, right? So you're reaching through, or before you get there, you can also place blocks underneath your elbows. Sink your chest down, not your glutes, and you can bring your hands behind your back. That's going to give your triceps a little stretch. So find which one is best for you. Arms all the way out, forehead to the ground. You're on your knees for a few minutes here. Let your heart get heavy. Let your heart sink towards the ground. Big stretch within those armpits. Find your breath. Find your stillness in your body. Affirmation for melting heart is, I choose to be happy every day of my life. Every day, I become more confident, powerful, and successful. I am capable and worthy. Are you holding tension anywhere? Breathe to that spot and sink. And if you've gone too deep, just back off a little bit. You want to be able to find that stillness. You can either say the affirmation again, I am capable and I'm worthy. I choose to be happy every day of my life. Every day I become more confident, powerful, and successful. And on your next inhale, we're going to move your arms. If your hands are behind your head, bring them down. Lift your head up. Walk your hands a little bit forward towards your body. And then we're going to sink into a child's pose. So press your glutes all the way down towards your heels. Maybe stack your hands on top of one another and bring your forehead down on top of your hands. And breathe. Take one more breath here. And a nice big exhale. And we're going to transition to tabletop position. So stack your hands underneath your shoulders and then just move your hips side to side. And then slide down onto your belly. Right down onto your belly. You can move your blocks out of your way. I've got everything in my way here. Reach your left arm out to a T or bend it at the elbow at a 90 degree. Palm's going to be on the ground, whether it's in a T or the palm's on the ground. Right hand is going to come with your elbow bent right next to your rib cage. Then slowly push your right hand into the ground as you lift and you roll over onto your left ear. Now you can keep your knees stacked or you can take the legs straight back and over. You're going to go for a nice stretch for the chest and the shoulders here. Upper arm can come up behind and bind. But you got to find, remember, this is yin. Find your spot where you can hold it nice and steady. You can also place a block under your head if that feels a little bit more comfortable. creates a little bit more space in that shoulder girth. And find your breath. Close your eyes. And our affirmation for this one is, I am worthy of the wealth that I desire, and I strive to be financially free. And that's bringing that abundance of money into it. And if that's not resonating with you, how about I am a great giver and an excellent receiver. I am worthy. If your mind wanders, that's okay. That's what minds do. Just bring it back to your breath, to your inhale, and to your exhale. Your hands behind your body, bring it back underneath your rib cage. Start to roll yourself back over. Stack your hands underneath your forehead with your elbows flared out, and bring yourself down into wisdom pose. Take a nice few breaths here. And we'll get set up for the other side. So, right arm can come along the side into a T, or it can be bent at a 90-degree angle. Left arm comes underneath your shoulder. You're going to press into the left arm, roll to the side, grab your block if you want to use it as a little pillow. Roll to the side. Noticing that each side of our body is different. So maybe this side you like the arm long as opposed to cactus. Maybe you want your leg right over. Maybe the upper arm doesn't want to come back, but maybe it comes back and it feels real nice on the chest. Find that stillness, so don't go too deep. Find your edge and linger and marinate there. Our affirmation is, I have faith in my journey. I have faith in my journey. I strive to be better, not perfect. And I have one more. My body is healthy, my mind is brilliant, and my soul is tranquil. Shoulders getting a nice stretch. Take another nice breath. And then roll back just enough that you can bring both hands out and you kind of come right on onto your back. Our rebound here is you're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of your feet together into a butterfly legs and cactus arms. So bend the elbows, bring the back of your hand to kiss the earth. Take one more breath there. Bring your hands alongside your knees, your legs, and then just gently guide your knees back towards the sky. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. We're going to extend both legs straight up into the air. You're going to cross your left ankle over your right ankle. As you bend your knees towards your chest, you're going to reach your hands up to grab the tops of your feet. Move your feet away from one another. Bring the knees down into your chest, or one knee can cross over the other knee and you're into a reclined shoelace. Now, if this is a bit too intense, don't cross the knee over top. Keep the shins crossed and bring the knees down. You find your edge into your reclined shoelace. Stretch for the glutes, stretch for the ankles. Close your eyes and soften. You're here for a few minutes to let the power and the magic of yin work for our body. Our affirmation for this side is, I am worthy of an abundance of rest. I am worthy of abundance of rest. I speak to many, many people who feel guilty that they rest, that they stop. You are worthy of it. We need it. There is nothing to become. I am already abundant. Your belly rise. Feel your belly fall. Take 2 more nice deep breaths. And slowly let go of your legs, let go of your feet. As we uncross our legs, we can keep the knees bent and bring the feet to the outside of your mat. Bring your arms into a T and just enjoy a few windshield wipers. So drop your knees to one side and hang out there for a breath. And bring your knees to the other side. Hang out there. And then whatever speed you want to windshield wiper before we take it over to the other side. And then we'll bring our legs, our knees back into our chest. We'll extend our legs back up to the sky. Right ankle will cross the left. We'll start to bring the knees down. Now you can cross that right knee over the left leg, bring the knees down, or keep the shins crossed. Each side's going to be a little different. One side might be a little tighter than the other. Grab your calves, grab your shins, grab your tops of your feet, and settle into your shoelace. We tend to favor and stand on one side more than the other. We tend to sit on one side more than the other. So those hips aren't going to be aligned the same way. Again, just wait for yin to say we can go a little deeper. It's more about time. So soften your breath. Soften your shoulders and your chest. They don't have to do anything. We want to go past our muscles. Let the fascia do the work. So say, I am grateful. I am thankful. I am limitless. I am grateful. I am thankful. I am limitless. All my dreams manifest in perfect timing. Take one more nice, big, full breath. And a nice deep exhale. Then we'll let go of the legs. Tangle out of that. You're going to go back to that wide stance, so feet wider than your mat. This time, just drop both knees into one another. Bring your left hand onto your heart, right hand onto your belly. And slowly guide your knees back up towards the sky. Walk your feet in line with your hips. Now we're going to move into legs up the wall. So you have the option of using your block. So bring your knees, press, press into your feet if you're going to use your block, and press the hips up just enough to slide the block underneath your buttocks, underneath your lower back. And then you're slowly going to bring the knees up and then lift the legs straight up into the air. If you don't want to use a block, tailbone's going to stay connected to the earth. You're going to bend your knees and you're going to bring your feet right up. Now, if you're at home and you have a wall, super handy. Scooch yourself right up against a wall. Bring those heels onto the wall and use that power of the wall to find your balance in your legs up the wall. Now, arms can be down alongside your down alongside your body with your palms down. But if you like, you can reach them way up and over the back of the hands, connected to the ground, connected to the earth. Now, you may find that your legs are going to sway a little bit, and that's okay. They'll steady, they'll find some stillness. So, super restorative pose, super restorative posture. This is a very great shape asana to do after a long day of standing on your feet, or if you're following a vigorous workout. Right? It's a mild inversion, so it's going to help soothe and restore any aching legs. It also prepares us for a deep sleep. Oh, yeah. Our affirmations are: I believe in myself. My heart is open. I am full of energy and vitality. I know that everything will work out for the best. I believe in myself. My heart is open. I am full of energy and vitality. I know that everything will work out for the best. And slowly, we're going to start to lower the feet to the ground, keeping the knees bent. Bring our arms back if they're up overhead. Press into your feet just a tiny, tiny bit, just enough to slide that block out. Bring your back and your glutes down to the earth. Bring your knees into your chest so you can either hug underneath your thighs, back of the hamstrings, or down by your shins. Use your quads, your thighs to compress your abdomen. Realign your spine. You can grab your blanket and get ready to wrap yourself up for our final posture, our Shavasana. Let's take our left leg nice and long. Bring that heel to the outside corner of your mat. Your right leg follows it, coming to the opposite corner of the mat. Arms down alongside your body, palms up towards the sky. Round your shoulders, bring them away from your ears. Maybe wiggle into your mat. Find your quietness. So sink and be still. And let everything that we just did integrate into our body, into our mind, and into our spirit. Slowly start to make some small, maybe baby movements with your fingers and your toes. And maybe some bigger movements with your wrists and your ankles, your feet. Bring your legs in a line, point your toes, bring your arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Maybe a stretch and a yawn. As you draw your knees into your chest, roll over to one side using your bicep as a little pillow. Hang out there. And slowly push yourself back up to seated. So let's take a nice big inhale. Bring your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. So from my heart to yours, thank you. It's been a privilege to share the practice with you. May your days be happy, healthy, and full of abundance. Namaste.